Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Sunday morning. On a Sunday morning, our meditation is always a fairly quiet one. I talk a lot less, and we all just share a space of silence together. So on a Sunday morning, I like to choose a teacher who speaks well about silence. And this morning, the words come from a Sadhguru. If you're on social media at all, you've probably run into some Sadhguru video clips. But it is worthwhile searching, doing a little search for Sadhguru and just listening to some of the things he talks about. Today specifically, it's about silence. Somebody, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Do you stop often enough to truly consider the driving force behind your actions? Are you living by conscious choice or simply on autopilot, following the well-worn grooves of ingrained patterns and compulsions? Sadhguru often offers a profound truth. In the inner life, he says, there is only one kind of revolution, and it is a silent one. It's about moving from unwillingness to willingness. Anthony, good morning. Hello, happy Sunday to you, man. This silent revolution speaks to a fundamental human struggle, the battle between our autopilot and our conscious choices. Are we truly acting out of free will, or are we simply puppets to our ingrained patterns and compulsions? Our daily lives are riddled with these unconscious tendencies. From mindless snacking to negative self-talk, these patterns dictate our reactions without our awareness. The key to breaking free lies in this simple yet profound practice: silence. Sadhguru says, deliberately choosing silence means to move from compulsiveness to consciousness. Deliberately choosing to sit in silence is the overcoming of compulsiveness and choosing consciousness. Silence in this context transcends the absence of sound. It is about creating a space of stillness within ourselves, a space where we can observe our thoughts and reactions without judgment. Serene, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Imagine yourself seated comfortably, eyes closed. As you settle into the quiet, you might notice a surge of thoughts, anxieties, or even a restlessness to fill that space. These are the very patterns trying to reassert themselves. But with each passing moment of observation, you become the witness, not the participant, in the dance of your mind. Every decision you make to spend some time in silence is by its very nature the overcoming of compulsion. Charlene, good morning. Grania, good morning. Happy Sunday. Spending time in silence and just observing will highlight just how old patterns fire up and come alive. The more time you spend as the observer, the more choice you have over whether you want to go along with the old pattern or choose a new way to respond. Sadhguru says, if you touch the still core within yourself, you will touch the original nature of your existence. If you touch the still core within yourself, you will touch the original nature of your existence. The original nature of your existence is devoid of compulsions or patterns. The original nature of your existence is that part of you untouched by the fears that created these compulsions and patterns. Create a regular habit of seeking out silence and get in touch with the still core within yourself. This lays the foundation for overcoming everything. So if you're ready, this is our journey this morning. Silence and noticing how old patterns, old compulsions fire up and do their thing. And understanding that the very act of choosing to be in this silent space is the overcoming of old patterns and compulsions. You can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Your only job right now is with every exhale to lead your body to a deeper level of softness than the one before. No need to try and create an empty, quiet mind. Having acceptance for the way our brains produce thinking. Simply choosing not to get caught up in the thinking, and then seeing how difficult that can be. The practice is simple. Become aware of the moment you get caught up in the thinking. Then catch yourself, bring yourself back, and instead of fighting the thinking, just bring your attention to the breathing again. As you inhale, feel your body rise, and as you exhale, feel your body fall, until you realize through awareness that again, you've been hijacked by thoughts. And then catch yourself. Bring yourself back. Place your focus on your breath and the rise and the softening of your body. It is repetitive, yes. But this repetitive nature is what we need to overcome the repetitive nature of our old patterns and our old compulsions. Every time you catch yourself is an act of free will. Every time you catch yourself and step back from being caught in thought is a claiming of your original nature. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. Use the last few breaths of this phase to help your body stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to, we can now turn ourselves inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in, and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. This silent space gives you the opportunity to see, to be the observer of your mind's own compulsions. Just notice, as we already know, how the same old thoughts on repeat will intrude into your mind space while you sit here. Your job is not to try and prevent that from happening. Then we get involved in a wrestling match with our mind, and we can't see where one ends and the other begins. We become one with this monkey mind. The only way to not get caught in that wrestling match is to take a step away. Notice the compulsive thought do its thing. And then deliberately bring your attention back to the next big breath and the dive deep into you. The softening of your body, the choosing of free will, as opposed to compulsion. You can take as many easy breaths as you need between your breath holds. But every time your awareness brings to your attention being caught in an old thought, take your next big breath. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. Take your next big breath. take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Every time you sit down for a meditation is an overcoming. Overcoming the part of your body that is really unwilling to sit for a meditation. The part of you that has resistance against doing this. But here you are. You are overcoming that. Every time you realize your thoughts are being caught by some very specific old pattern, old compulsive thinking, and every time you catch yourself in that compulsion and take a step back, take another big breath, and let that thought slip away, you are overcoming being captured by your old compulsions. And you are embracing your own consciousness. I'll read to you one more time the way that Sadhguru speaks about this. He says, in the inner life there is only one kind of revolution, and it is a silent one. It is about moving from unwillingness to willingness. He says, deliberately choosing silence means to move from compulsiveness to consciousness. And he says, if you touch the still core within yourself, you will touch the original nature of your existence. The original nature of your existence. Before your fears started creating your old compulsions. The original nature of your existence that doesn't feel like it needs to show up in a way that is acceptable to anyone else, that knows who you are. and that has complete acceptance for the being that you are. Every time we overcome compulsion, every time we choose consciousness, we're a step closer to the original being of our existence. Just have another minute or two left. I'll check in with you right at the end. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment of silence. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for getting better and better at recognizing my own compulsions, my own programs, my own patterns, seeing how they rise again and again and again. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having a huge amount of appreciation for this body and this brain, and understanding that patterns are how this brain works. It's what keeps me alive. I have thousands of patterns pre-built to help me deal with everything that happens that my mind doesn't even think of on a daily basis. Take a deep breath in. But thank you for learning more and more how to recognize the patterns that are not helpful anymore. There are still many helpful patterns. Driving a car is just one of them. But recognizing better and better the patterns that don't serve me. And catching myself when an old pattern is what controls me. Coming back to breath and choosing a new response. Thank you. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. being on this journey with us today. The first thought I shared from Sadhguru today was, in the inner life there is only one kind of revolution, and it is a silent one. It is about moving from unwillingness to willingness. Thank you for your willingness. Your own willingness is a proof of love for you. Hey Leshna, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Thank you Anthony, thank you Sunmari, thank you Serene, thank you Grania, thank you Stefan. Good morning Shabs, good to see you. Have a beautiful day everyone. See you again soon. Ciao ciao.